Social worker Phillip Nielsen is here today from Mayo Clinic Health System to talk to us about the father's ever-changing role in parenting and, just in time for Father's Day, which is coming up on June 21st. So first of all, an interesting statistic is the fact that now almost 40% of children are born to families that there is a single head of household that's a female who's the bread earner and taking care of the kids. That compares to how many years ago?
Well, turn of the century, about 4%.
Okay, so that is a big change. So a lot of times there is not a presence of a father in that house. There may be a dad, but maybe not in the same household.
And I think that's a big distinction, because I think that fathers can be a part of their children's lives regardless of where they reside.
And that's an important thing too. What are some of the ways that dads can do that? Because they do bring something unique to the table.
Sure. During pregnancy care at Mayo Health Systems, we do things to purposely encourage the father's involvement in the prenatal care. During the delivery, we encourage fathers to be a part of it, as long as they're nurturing and not abusive. That's an important component of it, to be involved in the moms as well as the children's lives, is that nurturing and supportive.
Well, families are made up of so many different types of things they bring to the table. For instance, there could be a two moms in one household, or two dads raising children and things like that. But even with all the different changes that have been in the family, there is something that you say, fathers do differently sometimes than mothers. And mothers tend to continue to be the nurturers. However, fathers do things that are different too.
Yes, study after study seems to show that fathers have a tendency to focus more on a roughhouse type play. In fact, there's a book out, The Art of Roughhousing, and how it brings important developmental teaching points to children. It teaches them how to de-escalate after being roughhousing, how to self-regulate and bring their emotions back down so they can fit into a classroom. It teaches them problem solving. So there's a number of things that fathers and how they interact with children are different than how mothers interact.
That is very interesting. And Phillip, thanks so much for joining us today too.